Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Zombieland Saga Episode 5, and I'm loving the show. It's hard to keep watching it and keep saying, oh yeah, this is one of my favorite episodes over and over again, and it continue to be true. But maybe Episode 2 is still my favorite. I don't know, this one was really good. I like that there was a good balance. And in general with the show, there's a good balance of bringing in a little bit of serious stuff here and there. I want to see so much more of it, though. And then balancing that with the comedy and it being really funny. And this one was mostly comedy. It was really funny and good, but it kind of sets stuff up for stuff to get serious in the future. And in addition to that, I like the way it was sort of a two-core episode. And both cores kind of had reflections of one another and had reflections of past episodes, but either way, let's start from the beginning. This was the best intro that Tatsumi has done at the beginning of an episode. It was so well done. The comedy was so good. The animation was really good this episode. But they're going to be doing a commercial for Drive-In Tori, and I love right before the opening credits we have Saki's happy reaction to it. Saki has been... I've said it before in my discussions of this that she's been a real driving force for a lot of the episodes. So other than her, Lily says that she's the only one who's heard of them, but she hasn't been there. And it makes sense for a lot of them, because a lot of them were probably dead before it came to be. But either way, in addition to that, I guess all of them are from Saga, technically. I mean, I guess. Because he said they were raised to be the best idols from Saga, they're legends of Saga or whatever. So I would assume that means they have to be from there in order to be part of Franshushu. But either way, Saki says she would always go there when she was alive. So that was great. And we had a Tamagotchi cameo from her flashback, which was so good. I love the running joke with Saki's Tamagotchi. Then Tai drooling over the chicken was so good. Tai eating the chicken raw was really funny and good. And then the sort of Bishonen yaoi shot that they had with the one guy in Tatsumi. Tatsumi was really good this episode too. All of that was great. I love the chicken costumes. They were so adorable. Tai almost murdering Coco, the mascot. So even actually there was good development in all of it, with Ai coming up with a solution to their song and the groaning from Tai. All the good Tai comedy moments, and especially you can tell that Tai is a zombie but is also kind of awake at the same time, which leads into the theory, of course, that Tai was created first, Zombie Zero, so she's kind of like screwy, and then Sakura was the second one created, Zombie 1, and that's why she doesn't have memories, and then the other ones came out a little bit well. So it makes sense that Saki can kind of understand, or Tai can kind of understand what they're saying. She can sort of control herself to a certain extent, but she has a problem with fine motor movements and also problems with like speech and not just groaning like a zombie all the time, which is really cool. I love the character because she's sort of zombie but also sort of awake, which is just great. So all of that was great. I love Saki siding with Tatsumi when he says, no, you have to live the chicken, you have to do better. And then Saki actually sides with him. It was great. And then their prize for doing all of this, more t-shirts like they had complained about earlier in the episode, was really good. We see this guy eating squid that seems to recognize Tai. Maybe he was talking about someone else, but at least at that moment it looked like he was talking about Tai. Later on he talks about more of them, but either way, that's a big development because it leads more into us figuring out more about them and more about what happened, and I'm glad we're actually getting into that. I'm really glad for that. So this was kind of set up as a two-core thing. Once we saw that first half of the episode, we get another scene of basically Tatsumi starting another day off with his little speech and all that, starting another episode basically off. So this time they're going to be competing in the Gata Olympics. I love how Saki's all in on it again, and I really like the use both here and for the Drive-In Tori commercial when they use the clips basically from real life in Saga and stuff, but they're all mosaicked and have all the filters over them and stuff. That was actually really cool. So I like that they used that. It was really interesting. I haven't really seen that done in that way in anime. So the guy we saw before is at the Gata Olympics. I don't know if he's like a judge or a reporter or what there, but he was there at it. And his name is Okaba, I believe. Okaba. Then there was this cute announcer girl, and Favaro. Favaro was back. So they have the biking trial first, Saki fails, and then all the rest do as well. And then there's this really funny scene, maybe one of my favorite scenes, where they all clean off and then they're like, ah, shit, we look like zombies, so they have to get muddy again, which was great. And then Tatsumi does the biking challenge and then succeeds and doesn't like put over Franchushu or anything. He's just like, yeah, okay, that was cool. And it's like he just did it for his own sake, which was great. Then they have the Tarzan swing. Lily was particularly funny during the Tarzan swing. And actually they gave a bit of screen time to Yugiri, who doesn't usually get a ton. Tai disassembles and wins. She tries so hard. And I love she tears off the shirt in the drive-in Tori. She's still trying so hard. Tai is so great. Okaba says he remembers them now and has to look into this. And when he said that, it was after looking at Sakura, but then he looks at Junko in particular. So does he know more than one of them? Does he know about zombie cases? Does he know about missing girl cases, maybe? Like somebody brought up that, or I think it was D-Man on Discord brought up, what if Tatsumi is like suspicious? What if he's the one that actually killed them and kidnapped them to make them zombies? So if that's the case, maybe this guy's been looking into missing girl cases or something. So there's a lot to learn. So maybe he knows all of them. Maybe he just knows Junko since she was shown last. And the other two shots were just a little bit misleading. But either way, I'm really, really excited for what that could mean. And it looks like next week's episode, of course, there's going to be comedy and stuff we see from the preview, but it looks like there's going to be a lot more serious stuff, which I'm really, really happy for. I love the balance that the show is striking between having this comedy but knowing when to bring in some serious conflict. And I think having some conflict for the rest of the series by bringing in this guy and whatever he's going to be looking into is really, really cool. And I have said before, I want to know more about the girls, about why they don't want to go and try to find their families or whatever's left of their family or friends. Because they've surely, even, well, all except for Yugiri, they've surely got somebody or something left behind. Wouldn't they want to go find that again? Let Saki find her Tamagotchi. But yeah, either way, it feels like they should want to go find their old lives, especially if they're in the town that they're from, Saga. Really feels like they should want to know more. And I know why they're not getting into it to an extent, because it's a comedy. But I'd like them to get more into it, and it looks like they are. And they're doing it slowly. And I really love that, actually, because it always leaves me wanting more. It makes me want to watch each episode to see what we might find out next. So that's actually really great. The episode was really funny. The production quality is great and was great. I love Mappa and Cygames. Then Lily got a lot of screen time. Lily was really particularly funny too. She's really grown on me a lot as a character. And then we had a lot of funny and cute Romero bits that we haven't really gotten before, especially in the first part of the episode at least. Also the cast chemistry and the way the characters interact with one another, and especially Tatsumi, who always seemed a little bit off from the rest. All of their interactions together have gotten like way, way better. The cast chemistry has just gotten so much better. Even from when I was giving it perfect scores at the beginning, it's improved since then. So because of that, I have no complaints. As a comedy, the way it did running jokes and the way it brought everything up was great, and it knew when to tease us with important stuff too. So I would give it 10 chicken suits out of 10. I wasn't originally planning to give it a perfect score, but it did everything and more that I think a good comedy episode can do. And then my order in which I would say the characters are my favorite, or the girls are my favorite, has changed quite a bit just from the last time I brought it up. Because now if I were to do it, I would still say Yugiri's probably my least favorite. She's just the least interesting to me. But that's not to say anything bad about her, because I still love the character. And then Ai, who was... Did I say Ai was my favorite? Or maybe second favorite before? Ai's probably my second to least now. And again, I love the character, so that's not saying anything bad about it. then probably Sakura, then Junko, who's gotten a lot of good development, then Lily, who's actually just gotten a lot of screen time and has grown on me a lot. Then Saki, because she's been driving a lot of the plot forward. She's really funny and entertaining to watch. She had that running joke twice this episode with her and Tatsumi screaming, "Let's do it," and then just getting cut off by the next scene. That was great. I didn't bring that up. And then Tai is probably my favorite, because she was at the beginning just because she was gimmicky. And then as other characters were developed more, I was like, okay, they're developed more, I like them more, but now Tai is back up there because I think she has her own development in being kind of zombie, kind of awake at the same time. So I think that the characters are great. I love the series. Episode was a 10 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like it. Tell me what, comment down there, tell me what you thought about this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more Zombieland Saga, much more on the channel. I just posted a hot Q&A yesterday, which is a Q&A video I do every week. So there's Zombieland Saga stuff and stuff from a bunch of other series there, plus tons of other things on the channel with manga, light novels, anime, and such. Subscribe, I just said that. Follow on Twitter if you want, and I can try to keep you up to there and stuff for the channel, or I can talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord, there's a lot of us talking about this show, and a lot of other things too. We can talk about whatever. It's free and open for anyone, just ask if you want a link to the server. So yeah, that's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.